Welcome to How to Practice Speech at Home. In this video, we'll review 5 key steps to making sure your speech practice at home is successful. This is an important message about the following content. Please pause and take some time to review. Let's talk about who this video is for. You should have a speech goal from your speech language pathologist in mind when watching this video. Your SLP will guide you as to the specific details of how to practice speech with your child. This video is best suited for parents and caregivers of children who are able to follow directions, copy sounds or words on demand, and participate in activities for 5 to 10 minutes. Talk to your SLP if you have any questions about the following information or how you can work on speech with your child. There are 5 things to consider when looking at how to practice speech, and we are going to talk about each one. Remember, you can always ask your SLP if you have any questions. First, it is important that you're on the right step of the speech stairs. Your SLP will guide you as to what step you should be working on. This might be words, phrases, or sentences. You might also do some experimenting to see what step the speaker seems to do really well with and where they seem to make some more mistakes. Always start on the step where there's already some success. Next, you're going to plan out your structured or everyday activity. We need to plan out the expectations and clearly communicate them to the speaker. For example, you might say, "We are going to practice our F sound, our F sound, for the next 5 minutes while we play this game. Before you take your turn, you will copy 3 words with the F sound." You could also say, "We're going to practice moving our lips for the next 5 minutes while we play with Play-Doh. While we play, we will take turns saying I, see, using words with our lip sounds." The third thing to think about is cues and comments. This is what happens before and after the target we're working on. The target might be a sound, a word, a movement pattern, or a strategy at a specific step of the speech stairs. Your SLP will assess and guide the specific target. Cues are what happens before a speaker takes their turn. They give information or reminders to help the speaker be successful. Cues can range from more to less supportive. It's important to use the right amount and type of cueing. Too many cues will lead to difficulty moving up the speech stairs, and too little can lead to frustration and reduced success. Let's talk some more about cueing. Here are some common cues, from the most supportive at the bottom to the least supportive at the top. We'll start from the top and work our way back. Spontaneous is when the speaker can say the sound without your help or any cues. For example, a child sees a sock and says, "sock." This often, but not always, is what we're hoping for. Next, you could give a reminder to use the target sound. For example, remember to use your S sound. A visual cue demonstrates the movement or position of the mouth, or it can be a visual sign that you use. For example, an index finger to the lips for the quiet sound, shh. A verbal cue is an instruction of where to put the articulators or parts of the mouth. For example, remember your tongue goes up behind your teeth for S. Giving a model is when you say the sound in an exaggerated way. For example, by slowing it down or stretching it out. Like this, sock. Remember, our goal is to provide the cue that allows the speaker success most of the time. If they make a mistake, you can repeat with a more supportive cue. If they continuously get it right, you can use a less supportive cue. Your SLP will guide you as to what cues to use and when to move to the next step of the speech stairs. After the cues and the speaker says their attempt, we need to comment. Our comments help the speaker become aware of their errors, how to correct them, and lets them know if they're on the right track. If the speaker doesn't know what they're supposed to do, or if they're not doing it correctly, they will become frustrated. Let's take a look. Good comments have three parts. They are specific, immediate, and consistent. For being specific, we should be very clear and focus on the positives. Remember to comment regardless of the mistakes they might make. You can say, "Nice trying," or "I see you're working hard," if there is a mistake. Avoid things like, "Oh, not like that," or "Try it again." Do not say, "Good job," if they made a mistake, or lead them to think the mistake was right. We want the speaker to understand what getting it right means by giving specific comments, like, "I heard you using your sound," or "Wow, your tongue stayed hidden when you said the s sound," or "Oops, I didn't hear your f sound that time. Let's try it again with lots of air." Here is a mom and daughter practicing the sh sound, shh, with a homemade matching game. In this video, listen and look for how mom uses cues and comments.
So we're going to try and find a match, right? And we're practicing our shh sound, right? Our sh sound, our shh sound with round lips. Okay? So you pick a card and then see what we find. What did you get? You got? Oh, and I saw you use your round lips. Good job. Okay, let's see which other one are you going to pick. You picked shapes. Hey, you found a match. You got it. All right. So we're going to try and find a match, right?
Here we saw mom use visual and verbal cues and provide specific and immediate comments when her daughter used her round lips. They also had fun together. The fourth thing is repeat, repeat, repeat. Repetition is often key to learning a new movement pattern. For example, once we know how to pedal a two-wheel bike and practice a lot, we can do that movement automatically without thinking about it. Once the speaker is able to say their specific target at a specific step, you might have them repeat 3 to 5 times. Sock, 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 one after the other. SLPs will sometimes call this drill practice. This type of repetition helps speech movement patterns become automatic. It's not the only approach, but it is an effective approach in speech therapy. Your SLP will confirm that this repetition is appropriate for the specific target you're working on. Finally, you are ready to move on to the next step and start it all over again. Your SLP will help guide you on when to move to the next step of the speech stairs. But in general, we say someone's ready to move to the next step when they're correct 80% of the time or 8 out of 10 opportunities, a few practice sessions in a row. We've reviewed the 5 steps of how to practice speech at home. There are many other things to think about when practicing speech, like what to practice. Your speech language pathologist will be able to assess and guide you with what is right for your child. Have fun practicing speech at home, and thank you for watching.